Okay, amazing. All right, welcome everyone. Just noting again that we are recording at the moment. Welcome to our recipe for climate change presentation. My name is Tirza. I work with Agincourt Community Services Association, and I helped coordinate this program, work with all these lovely individuals, our youth, your seniors. So thank you for participating in this, and I just hope you all enjoy what we have to present to you today and learn a little bit of something today. We also have our lovely volunteer, Helen, that will be translating through this presentation. Helen has been such an important piece to this project, and we would not have been able to do as much as we could without her. So thank you, Helen. If Helen you want to say hello.
Hi, everybody. I'm Helen. I'm the translator for this program. Would you want me to translate your introduction?
Sure. Thanks, Helen.
那么欢迎大家来到我们这一次的最后的庆祝活动。那么我们是整个的通过食物和这个做饭来改变这个气候变暖的这种活动。那么非常感谢大家在之前通过很多的这个 workshop。很多的这个讲座呀，然后这个制作菜的过程啊，来参与我们的活动。刚才说话的这位呢是 Teresa， 她是这个活动的主要负责人。那么她在这里感谢大家的长期参与，然后很高兴今天能够再次见到大家。
Thanks, Helen. So we have about an hour today, so we're just going to be mindful of that. So we'll get started, just being mindful of everyone's time. Thank you again for joining us. We're so excited for all of you to be here and to show you what we've been working on for the past 4 months.
那么今天我们的这个庆祝活动一共是1个小时，然后主要会给大家展示这个过去的几个月里面，我们通过这个视频拍摄啊，然后这个一些讲座啊所达到的一些成果。那么我们会播放所有人的视频，然后希望大家能够欣赏。
All right, just an overview of the agenda today. Through this project, we have just encompassed everything. We got to learn about climate change, different cultural foods, our backgrounds, and really just connect over food, how we grow food and how our choices with food that impact climate change.
那么我们今天主要的这个会议议程是这个，首先我们会介绍整个的这个我们的活动项目，那么是关于如何去通过种植食物以及保存食物来这个改变我们的大环境的这个气候变暖的问题。
Food is such an essential piece to all of our lives. It really connects us to our family, and it's important to dive deeper and to figure out ways to make our food consumption patterns more sustainable.
那么食物是我们生活中非常重要的一部分，然后我们也会需要通过食物来和我们的家人互相沟通，和社会产生很多的联系。所以，这也是为什么我们把食物作为这个活动的主题，来围绕它去探索更多的内容。
Perfect. So we're just going to be presenting some media that our program participants have created together. Each of our youth participants will be presenting videos that they worked on.
那么接下来呢，我们就会去这个给大家欣赏我们之前制作的所有的视频。这些视频呢，都是由这个年轻参与者这个参与者制作的这个剪辑那么他们每个人呢会去介绍他们自己剪辑的视频。
And these videos were recorded by our senior participants that talk about their food history and climate change pieces.
那么制作这些视频的视频中做饭的呢，都是我们的这个中老年参与者。那么他们是通过自己的这个传统的食物制作方式等等来这个展现他们的文化和历史。
Perfect. Awesome. Now I'll hand it to Rawson, who will be giving a little background of the project. Rawson has been directly working with the youth and seniors to make sure that they've been supported through this process.
下面要说话的是 Rosanne， 那么她是之前和所有的年轻参与者一起工作，然后来去这个进行视频的剪辑和制作的。
Hi, everybody. So this project could not be completed without help from the Climate Action Fund, from the City of Toronto, which helps to support creating programs to learn about climate change, reducing greenhouse emissions, and connecting communities.
那么我们这个活动呢，如果没有多伦多市这个气候变暖资金资助的话呢，是无法进行的。那么它是这个由多伦多市支持，来这个去改变社区的这个使用以及这个改变气候变暖的问题。
And the Climate Action Fund is a part of the Transform.TO project, which is Toronto's climate action strategy to help our communities improve.
那么这个整个的气候变暖资金呢，它是改变多伦多这一个大项目下面的一个部分资金。那么它主要是用来去减少这个温室气体的排放，然后使这个我们的多伦多城市减少这个浪费，节约能源。
And for our project, involve connecting seniors to youth in order to share knowledge about food, culture, and climate change.
那么我们的这个活动呢，主要是去连接这个青年参与者和中老年参与者。那么中老年参与者要去传播他们的知识以及他们对食物的理解。
And we were able to learn more about our environment and climate change through workshops provided by Megan at the City of Toronto Environment and Energy Division, as well as Philippa helping us learn about composting.
那么我们之前的2次的主要的这个讲座呢，一个是多伦多市的这个梅根给我们做了关于这个气候变暖的讲座，第二个呢是这个菲利帕给我们做了一个关于堆肥的讲座，那么都是有助于这个减少温室气体排放的方式。
Hey everyone, great to see you all. So for those of you who are just joining us, I'm going to talk about what our project actually looked like. 2 months ago, we all met for the first time via Zoom, where we shared our relationships with food, what we wanted to learn, and really shaped the project from there.
那么现在讲话的这位是 Philippa， 那么他在介绍整个这个活动的流程。那么我们在2个月前第一次见面，然后通过一个互相介绍的过程，第一次一起加入了这个活动。
And then next seniors made their videos, and we kept in touch regularly for support to help use Zoom, record videos, and all, but participants really had full control over what their videos looked like.
在那之后呢，我们就有请我们的中老年参与者来去录制他们的视频，然后这个去制作一个菜品。那么我们的所有参与者都有这个主要的自由去创造他们所愿意制作的菜品。
And lastly, our youth team did an amazing job meeting every week to put these pieces together. So many of our seniors are just seeing these videos for the first time. I'll pass it on to Rita to present our videos.
那么在这之后呢，主要是这个青年参与者他们去对视频进行了剪辑和这个改编。那么很多的这个中老年参与者可能会是第一次看到我们的视频的成品，所以下面我们就交给第一位青年参与者 Rita 去介绍我们的这个第一组视频。
Hi everyone, I'm Rida. I'm a second-year student at University of Waterloo. I study urban planning. One thing I really enjoyed about this program was learning about all the seniors' cultural foods and how they grow and preserve their own food. I think everyone has their own part to play to combat climate change, and it was nice to see what things I could incorporate into my daily life to reduce my impact.
那么刚才说话的这一位呢，是我们的第一位青年参与者。那么他是来自滑铁卢大学2年级的一位学生，那么他的这个参与这个活动的最大心得是他能够去学习这个中老年参与者的知识，然后去了解他们的这个食物饮食习惯以及烹饪的习惯。那么这也使他自己在这个过程当中学到了很多新的东西。
So the first video I'll be presenting is by Nella. The video was edited by Rawson, and the recipe is green borscht, which is a green winter soup. It is an Eastern European dish, and Nella is a very active member of the Chesterley Community Garden, and a lot of the ingredients used in her recipe are fresh and from the community garden, so it's nice to see how all of these pieces tie together.
那么我们第一个要播放的视频是来自于 Nella， 她的这个制作的食物是一种这个冬季食素做出的汤。它是在这个它的主要来源是这个欧洲东部的这个食谱。它在这个我们的社区中心的这个花园里面工作，所以它很多的这个食材都是来自于他自己种植的食物。
Popular Eastern European dish. I prepare it often for my family. It can be prepared hot or cold. It is called green borscht, or you can call green soup. Most of these ingredients are grown here at Chesterfield Community Garden. You put the meat in the pot. You have to put the whole onion and pour water. Approximately for my family, I put it a 3-liter boil. Liquid started to boil. Skim off any foam by slotted spoon and put it again lid and leave it simmer for approximately 1 hour. And meanwhile, I take a potato and I cut potato in a cubes like that. And that's what all my potato. And you have to rinse many times and until liquid should be very clear. 1 hour is left. Our stock is almost ready, and now we carefully put the potato, what I cut in a cubes, into the stock. One little tip. And this time, when we put a potato, we don't need it more. It's onion. Onion is everything what should be. Okay, potato is almost ready. Now I grab a skillet, put on a heat, and put on in a skillet. It's my vegetables, shredded carrot, and I cut in onion in very small pieces. Everything I put in a skillet and fry a little bit. And after everything, I put this into my soup. And I needed to put another ingredients. It's my preserved another vegetables. That's what I grow it from my community garden. It's a carrot, onion, flat parsley. I take it up 1 tablespoon because it's mixture. It's very, very soft. But that's what I put a little bit in my soup. Well, another 5 minutes. I put a sorrel from my jar in strainer, and now I put a sorrel in my soup. Only 2 minutes, no more. And after we can pour our soup into individual bowls. And you can put it at whatever you like it. For example, you can put it at shredded eggs, or you can put it at sour cream, sour cream, or tofu. To conclude, as for small my part to help the environment, here is what I do. You can gather all the leftovers onion skin and put in a pepper bag. When it's springtime, take some of the dried onion skin and put it in a small jar. Pour water in the jar and leave it overnight. I use this water as kind of organic fertilizer for my plants. I never throw it out my eggshell. I gather them crushed eggshell in a very, very little pieces. This is eggshell. And this eggshell, I put it also for my garden like organic fertilizers. Thank you so much. I very appreciate you watching my video. And bon appetit. Take care.
那么刚才我们是看到了，它的汤的制作过程，然后，具体的细节我一下翻译不过来。主要的原料有这个牛肉啊、洋葱啊，还有这个土豆啊。他还分享了2个这个小的，他制作这个肥料的过程，一个是通过用这个洋葱皮，他把洋葱皮放在纸袋里面晒干过冬，然后在春天的时候把它这个泡水泡1夜之后，就可以作为这个。有机的肥料，放在这个植物里面。还有一个是它用鸡蛋壳碾碎鸡蛋壳之后，也可以作为有机肥。
Thanks, Helen.
Thank you. Thank you, Nella, for the climate change tips and the beautiful recipe. Next, I'll be introducing Chin Chai and her oyster soup recipe. It's a recipe traditional to our hometown province of Fujian in China. The recipe, Chin Chai was a geography major and a teacher throughout her life. And so she really understands the importance of climate change and humans' impacts on nature. And it shows through her recipes as she uses clean, simple, and unique ingredients.
下面我们要看的是青菜所做的这个 oyster soup 是这个，是贝壳汤吗？还是我不是很清楚具体 oyster 是什么。牡蛎汤 ，OK， 很好，谢谢。然后这个钦差是以前是这个地理老师，然后他是非常关注这个气候变暖啊，还有这个环境问题，所以呢，他也是通过这个制作方式来体现他的这些关心。
I will introduce a traditional dish from my hometown in southeast of China, Fujian province, oyster soup. Ingredients: oyster, Chinese okra, green onion, and cornstarch. We need to peel off the Chinese okra skin and chop the green onion into small pieces. Now we need to chop the Chinese okra into small slices. Now cut green onion into small pieces. Now pour the water into a big bowl. Turn on the oven and boil the water. Boil the water. Wait for water to boil. Put the oyster into the big bowl and then add in a little bit of cornstarch. Add a little bit cornstarch. Okay. And then stir it. Make the cornstarch wrap the oyster evenly. Okay, now water is boiled halfway. Water all boil, totally boil. Then we put the oyster into the boiled water. Mix the oyster. Now we time it for 8 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 minutes. Time it. And then make it boil for 8 minutes. Now the 8 minutes is time off. 8 minutes. Now we put on the sliced Chinese okra and then stir it. And then cover it. Cook for minutes. Time again for 2 minutes. Time. Wait for 2 minutes. Minutes is done of the timer. So now we put on the green onion. Green onion put on the top. Okay. Green onion. And then stir it. So now turn on the oven.
Effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar I.
Okay. So now yummy traditional oyster soup is done. Finished. We don't need to put salt because the oyster itself from sea has salt in it. And we don't need to, we want to keep it clean so we don't put any oil or anything. That's for today's dishes. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye. Enjoy. Yummy, yummy.
那么这是刚才钦差所说的这个牡蛎汤，那么它的具体的细节我们应该在视频里都看到了。然后，非常感谢
Yeah, I'll go back in the video. Helen, if you-
那么它的这个原材料里面用了这个丝瓜，它是这个我们这里可以看到它有很多的这个营养价值，以及它的这个成长的时间啊，还有这个它的这个环境价值都是很高的。那么它在这个北美洲的很多的超市啊、华人超市啊，都可以看见，都可以买到。
Hi, everyone. I'm Helen. I am one of the youth artists, and I'm a second-year urban planning student studying at the University of Waterloo. I'm so grateful that I was able to be part of this food sustainability project because I was able to learn new and sustainable ways to grow and cook food. And I also got to practice graphic design and video editing.
那我们下面一位这个年轻参与者呢，他也叫 Helen， 是 Helen 何。那么他的这个他在也是滑铁卢大学的2年级读这个城市管理。那么他的这个非常高兴能够参加到这个活动里面来，然后能够让他去练习他的这个视频剪辑啊，还有他的这个图像制作啊等等的这个知识。
So the first video that I'm going to present is a dish by Garnet, which is battered fish. Garnet enjoys food from all over the world, and he really likes that this program includes participants and dishes from different cultural backgrounds. Battered fish is an international dish that's not specific to any culture, and it's a very quick way to cook fish.
那么下面是这个 Gurney 的作品，它的食物呢是这个一个鱼的制作。那么他在全国世界各地都有这个旅行过，所以他也很高兴这次的活动能够让很多的这个不同的文化背景的人参与进来那么这是一道这个没有特别地域性特征的菜那么它的制作方式也很简单。 那么我们刚才也看到它的这个炸鱼的做法也是比较简单、比较快捷的一种烹饪方式。然后它还展示了一些它种植这个像黄瓜啊、西红柿啊的过程，然后还有它去保存食物的过程。
Now, the next video that I'm going to present is 2 dishes by Yan Qing. And through this program, Yan Qing has learned a lot about environmental protection and climate change. So the dishes that she decided to choose are Shanghai style red vegetable soup and also braised wheat gluten with vegetables. This is a video edited by me and Rida. And Yan Qing chose these 2 dishes because they appeal to both the Chinese and non-Chinese communities. She wanted to provide dishes that had health and nutritional benefits.
那么下面我们是会去展示燕青所做的2个菜，一个是这个罗宋汤，还有一个是四喜烤麸。那么他所选择这2个菜的原因是他们都既这个吸引了国内的这个中国的食客，也是外国人很喜欢的一些食物类型。所以说他们的这个，而且它本身的这个营养成分也非常的丰富。所以下面我们来欣赏他做的视频。
Small but onion, tomato, onion, 洋葱，而且也切成块，番茄 ，tomato, potato， 都切成块，把土豆切成块。大概我现在比较大的3个土豆，大概好吃4、5个人的这个汤。洋葱拿下去煎，煸透香以后，煸出味道，煸出一点味道，然后放土豆一起煸，胡萝卜。然后放胡萝卜，把胡萝卜一起切斜刀块，洋葱香味，再放点葱、小葱，把番茄一起放去煸。因为你告诉他们，我牛肉要先煮好，否则我来不及。把牛肉煮熟，然后呢，这个汤就不要加water。你这个牛肉，你可以牛腩牛梅头肉都可以。你要煸透以后，然后让它自己煮个几分钟，然后两个就番茄tomato 2个番茄，然后再加番茄酱放进去一起煸，就是这个酱，让它焖5分钟，然后把芹菜切，就是这个卷心菜也要放在切好。卷心菜要洗干净，剥出来，洗干净。当然，有的人是不洗，但我不行，我一定要把它一片片洗干净。煸好，它放进去，放在这个锅里以后，再倒到那个大锅，放点胡椒粉，放在这个锅里面，这个火比较大，放在这个倒在这个里面去滚。 10分钟，我10分钟以后，土豆熟了，然后我把卷心菜切好的卷心菜，等它滚熟了以后，烂了以后，我再把这个就是卷心菜再倒进去，菜一定要洗干净，否则不利于健康。它滚了以后啊，我一会儿我待会儿再放卷心菜，我来炒一个，拿1块黄油，炒这个面粉，这个面粉一定要炒，再好放进汤里，否则炒没有用，一定要炒。放一点点油。炒了以后，这个面粉要炒到熟为止，不能不怕不炒的话，不是想不可以，但是生味就不太好，一定要炒过。炒过很香的，炒过干了。这个炒好了，炒好以后呢，我一般呢。稍微加一点水炒匀，炒到匀的话就不会粘底，然后把卷心菜放进去，比较多了进去，让它炒匀，这放进去要结块的，放点水它不会结。让它滚，然后放盐放它晚一点放，然后你就放进去，把它的鸡蛋放进去，大概一勺吧，一勺多一点，然后再放点糖。如果有糖尿病的话，千万别放，让它滚啊，让它滚，要把这个勺啊，把这个勺去搅，否则它会要粘底。放那个锅让它去烧，我来炒这个烤麸给大家看。这个烤麸那个在中国人超市都有买的，然后这个你买回来以后是这么大一块，你就弄成小块，放在水里煮过，要蒸干。蒸干以后要放木耳、金针菜，然后放一点点黄油炒。你把这个蒸干了以后放下去，然后把木耳，然后稍微吸一下油，放木耳、黄花菜，放这把油。这个香菇啊，一定要先把它煮过，放点酱油和糖，放点麻油，因为香菇是最容易进味的。酱油，放点老抽，放点胡椒粉。然后再把这个香菇一起倒进去，看一下啊。那这个烤麸一定要放糖，味道挺好。你不放糖的话，就绝对不好吃。但是记住，泡沫的时候放点磷粉或者面粉，放点点糖让它泡，里面的小猪都泡出来，要时间才长，1小时够了。然后洗干净，放一点点水，放一点水，放一点水， 把它关成小火，让它烧，炖到里面收进味道，然后你再来管那个汤。我吃可以再放点糖，我们家吃可以要甜一点。这个味道挺好，很香。来小火炖，小火炖了以后到中火大火把它收干，那个味道挺好的。最后出锅的时候，把它盐少放毛豆了，放一点毛豆在里面也是很好看啊。好，大概5分钟可以了。然后你这个烫大火，把它收干。太香了，有点可惜。要把大火收干。我给你们看，我们家今天吃的午饭是我们家那个烤鸡。好，然后出锅的时候呢，加点麻油。它收干了就出锅加点麻油。我实在离你们远了，否则的话给你们尝味道，就没办法给你们。这个烧好就好了。我把这个烧好以后呢，出来以后，在上面也是撒把葱，那个看上去很好看的，就是这点。但是记住，烧这个汤你千万要让那个面粉要炒，把黄油一起炒了，它才那种散发出的香味，而且它又有营养。土豆、胡萝卜、卷心菜，但是毛豆呢是我另外放，我主要是看色彩也好。豆类也是很好的东西，所以我自己加了一点毛豆，那看上去呢，红、黄、绿、白都很好看。然后你放番茄酱、tomato 放进去，那是也是非常有营养的。所以你看上去看它烧好红好，因为记住一点，牛肉是不能放在一起，牛肉要先烧以后烧熟，然后你把牛肉的汤啊。大概我是1磅半牛腩，1磅半的牛腩，然后你去煮熟，我放在高压锅里煮大概10分钟，煮熟以后拿出来，拿这个汤，葱姜拿掉，然后你放这个汤，放这个汤菜所以放进去，那个味道很好，营养又好，本身是原汁原味，一点也不浪费。因为我们家从小的是因为大家族嘛。他一定要你学会做这个东西，所以我没办法，我只能学会，我只得做，所以我们一家朋友啊、社区啊，都是我做的菜。因为这个菜我做过去3、4家了，都说好吃，因为中国人老外都喜欢吃，而且比较有营养。像烤麸也是有营养，豆制品、木耳又好，增加免疫力，黄花菜增加免疫力，对不对？香菇也是很好的东西，就是增加免疫力。现在这个时候吃这个也是应该比较健康的食品。我炖一下这个菜就好了，这个汤就很有营养的。这个菜有个缺点就是做了少做不了这个东西，所以要做一大锅，就去叫楼上人家来下面拿。因为我不行，我们家是大人，种不了菜。我家是种的花，我家是种菜，种那个君子兰和蟹枣兰。
just a quick little note. I believe Helen is headed out, so she won't be translating from this point on, but we're going to keep going. So we might go over time, but we do invite you to stay and please watch the rest of the presentation.
Oh, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah.我马上1点的时候要离开，所以之后如果翻译的话，如果温平您愿意的话，可以帮我翻译一下吗？如果不愿意，可以，谢谢。I asked Wenping and she will be translating for me after I leave.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Zainab. I was one of the other youth artists on this project. I used to be an international student and now I work at Centennial College. I am passionate about cooking and fitness, and I like working towards achieving a zero waste minimalist lifestyle. Through this project, I'm excited to have learned about growing food and the recipes from these different diverse cultures. And I'm excited to start my own indoor composting worm bin soon. Yeah.
我们刚才说话的这位呢，他是另外一位这个青年参与者，他是现在在这个百年理工工作。那么他很高兴这次参加活动能够去见到不同文化中的知识。他有的时候也会自己种一些食物，然后他现在正在打算自己开始做这个我们上次学到的这个蚯蚓的制肥过程。
For the next recipe, I'm happy to introduce Sigrid, who prepared kuku. Sigrid is a retired registered nurse who is passionate about reading, art, music, and gardening. She immigrated from Barbados in February 1976 and settled in Scarborough, where she still lives today. A dish special to her culture is kuku. As soon as children in Barbados are able to eat, kuku is introduced to them because of its soft consistency, and it's made traditionally with flying fish, okra, and cornmeal. Sigrid feels fortunate to participate in this program, through which she became more aware of climate change, its harmful effects on our environment, and she would be interested in learning more ways to be vigilant in the community to help do her part. She also spreads awareness about this issue as this program did for her.
下面我们要展示的一道菜呢是这个叫做库库，它的主要的材料呢是这个鱼，然后还有这个秋葵。那么它的制作者呢是一位这个退休的护士。那么他说这种食物呢是在他的文化里非常流行的。然后这些由于它的这个食物很软，所以他的小孩子很小就可以开始吃这些食物，所以他对这个任何年龄层的人都是适用的。那么他也很高兴能够参加这次活动，去关心这个气候变暖的问题以及这个环境的保护。
Secret, and I'm from Barbados, and today I'm going to be preparing our national dish. It is called kuku. We usually serve it with flying fish. However, you can serve it with anything you like. Some people use saltfish. I am going to be using canned salmon today, and this is canned salmon. The kuku is made with cornmeal and okras, and these are the okras here. However, I've already got mine cut up and they've been cooked to eliminate time. On this, I'm going to add a mixture of okra to it. All I do is stir, and stir.
Is there a special technique to turning cornmeal?
There's not a special technique. Some people believe in doing it in little hard pieces so they can use it like this ice cream scoop, and that's good at parties and dinners. But at home, you just do it like this, and then we put it in a bowl and we serve it like that. And this takes about 20 minutes or so, and then you turn it down to steam, and it's looking pretty
good right now. Is it recommended to cook the okra before adding it to the cornmeal?
Yes, because the okra will be harder and take longer. And I find a lot of people like to have it in bigger pieces. But I find when you blend it up, it's finer and it's more distributed evenly. So I prefer to do it this way. And you can do it ahead of time and it saves time. It'll be a little bit tiring on the hands, especially if you have to do a lot, but this is only a cup, so it's not too bad. But usually I do much more. It's beginning to look like what I wanted. So here we are. I'm making the salmon gravy. So I'm gonna put the onions in and the tomatoes. And I'm gonna saute them a little bit in the water. And I'm gonna add, as I add them, I'll tell you what I'm putting in, but I'm gonna start with the tuna to give it a little color. Gosh, I don't usually measure these things, so it's really hard to say, but you kind of know after a while. Just a little bit. And if I find I need more, I can add that as I go along. Because once I put the salmon in, I try to put that last because I don't want it to be in pieces. I like it to be served in a nice chunk. It looks more presentable than all mashed up. And a bit of thyme I'm putting in now. I have the stove on low because I don't want everything to boil away. And last, when I'm all done, I usually just squeeze some lime, fresh lime into the gravy because of the salmon. That's the fish. It's very quick. Salmon is already soft, so. A little bit of salt too. I don't melt my water here, my boiled water. So I'm gonna add a bit more. I'm going to add the salmon now. And I like to put it in one big fat chunk because it's going to separate with the heat. And I'm just going to spoon the gravy over it so that it goes right through the salmon. The salmon is going to split up anyway. Then it takes the color of the gravy, which is a bit yellow. Right now at this stage. So I'm going to leave this for about 10 to 15 minutes because the salmon doesn't need a lot of cooking. And then we'll serve our cuckoo and salmon. See you later. So here's the finished product, the cuckoo and the salmon. We serve it with sweet potatoes, as I mentioned before, and here are the sweet potatoes, and of course the pickled cucumber. We also use avocado, but mine wasn't soft enough, so you don't get that today. And of course, pepper sauce, which I didn't add, but if you want, you can add that to it. Cuckoo originated from our African ancestry. It was a regular meal for African slaves brought from Africa to Barbados. It is an inexpensive meal. Cornmeal comes prepared in supermarkets at an inexpensive price, and corn can also be grown at home. You can dry it and, of course, prepare it as cornmeal. Okras, on the other hand, can also be grown at home. You can steam them and freeze them as well, and that eliminates wastage. In discussing climate change, a meal like this is easy and accessible to many as it is inexpensive and can easily feed two people and cost approximately only $5. Just right now, the ingredients are biodegradable and can be grown in the backyard depending on the country in which you live. So naturally, we have cold weather here, so we can't really grow this, but we can do that in the summer. And if you live in, of course, like Florida, then you have a better time to do these things.
Hey, next I'd like to introduce Ruxen. Ruxen is living in Scarborough's Agincourt. It lives in Scarborough, Agincourt. He represents the Steeles Lamoureux neighborhoods as an active participant and community organizer. His past experiences include supporting the mental health and youth programs funded by United Way Toronto. Through this program, Ruxen built his community engagement skills and strongly believes that as long as one has enthusiasm and dedication, they can proudly be of help to others. He describes himself as easygoing and considerate. Ruxin shares that in addition to learning the methods and skills to grow the mung bean sprouts showed in the next recipe, he also enjoyed learning the nutrition and health value of the food and the composting method. He also shares that everyone has a role to play with climate change.
Thanks, Zainab. Wenpeng, are you going to translate?
Helen 不在，我来翻译。刚才讲到陆星，他是一个我们社区的活动的积极的支持者和参与者。今天他介绍的就是说怎么样做绿豆芽。陆星也参与到我们社区中对于年轻人的那个精神健康方面的活动，他也参与的很多。下面我们就来看看陆星他呈现给我们的这个绿豆芽的制作方法。
Thank you.
OK， 可以。
Thank you.
40-90度左右，将豆倒入开水中，用筷子顺一个方向不停地搅动，到水温不太高。盖上湿润的洁净的毛巾，再加上个盖子，以保持容器内的湿度不干燥。24小时后，豆子长出嫩芽，在这期间每12小时用冷水冲淋一次，一天2次，以保持豆芽新鲜。如果压上重物，可使芽苗长得粗壮，不至于一味的长高长细。盖上盖子的目的是使豆芽不要长时间见光。初3、初4、第2天、第3天、第4天绿豆出芽的状况。初6为第5天绿豆出芽状况。初7为第6天豆芽的状况。其实第6天豆芽便可以食用了。最后提醒3点：一、豆芽制作过程中尽量不要透光，否则容易影响口感。2、芽苗长出后尽量再翻动，收复时抓出来就很整齐，方便捡分。最后冲洗时，豆粕一部分飘在水面，一部分沉入水。3、制好的绿豆芽有豆芽根，如果不介意，可以直接食用；介意的话，可以择除。好，制作方法报告。为了能吃到新鲜健康的素菜，我们在网上和朋友处学习了自制绿豆芽的方法，经 N 次实践，看 育期间自制绿豆芽，既能自产自销，提供鲜嫩、健康、营养的素食，一饱口福，又能无土栽培，不施任何肥料，无锡食物链周转，从细微之处起到了环保、节能、减少排放、缓解气候变化的大作用。制方法现分享如下，欢迎大家一道来试试。第一步，绿豆一杯约150克，洗净，沥干水分，如图。
Okay, hi, my name is Doris. I'm a first year urban planning student at the University of Waterloo. I am someone who is also very interested in zero waste and learning more about how to care for the environment. From this experience, I learned more about the importance of food in families and understanding how food establishes a bonding between the seniors' cultures, and I am able to learn more about sustainability food.
现在介绍的这位年轻的艺术家是叫 Doris， 他是滑铁卢大学第1年级的学生。他通过参与我们这个活动呢，他说他学到了很多的有关环境保护啊、环境知识，还有跟老年人的沟通跟交流，从老年人那边也学到了很多的知识。
Okay, I edited 2 videos, and the first video I would like to introduce is Pengu's mixed vegetable salad. She is currently a resident advisor on the Community Refresh community and works to increase residents' engagement and input to shape a stronger neighborhood. This dish comes from her hometown, Nanjing, China, and one main ingredient is ear mushrooms, and it is rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and are also very environmentally essential. And this program has helped her understand the harm of climate change and her relationship with personal life, food safety, and health.
现在我们下面介绍的这个菜呢，是从来自南京的一位我们社区活动的参与者叫平，他要做的是多种蔬菜的这种沙拉，就是说多种蔬菜给它混合在一起的。他用的原料呢就是应该是木耳，刚才翻译了。然后呢，他这个平呢，他也是我们社区活动的积极参与者，他也参加了很多我们社区的活动，还有包括这个环境保护跟环境变化。他觉得通过制作这个菜呢，就是说也可以因为也不用煮嘛，所以有环保的目的在里面，还有很丰富的营养，因为也不煮，它的维生素C 各方面都会保存，也不会容易破坏呀。
把它水滤掉。用冷水把它煎。这一定要炒熟，但是不能把它。多了一点。
明亮为主，然后要加10克盐。
加入10克的盐。
橄榄油，10号的白醋，就看个人的口味，稍微加一点。
Hi, Monica. Monica got hers mute.
加了少一点。鲜味，也是那个调料的鲜味的出来。当味精用，我们麻油的最好是把其他的菜上，然后也放50毫升左右。好，这样子调料基本上应该放在边上配合到可以了，就可以使用。等这个料再开始倒下去。后再加一些香菜，都压一点，还有酱油、盐都得在做放，这个香味出来了。可以吧？这个就是最后的耶。我可以吃一碗，谢谢。好的，谢谢了。
Okay, the next video I would like to introduce is Muksang and Mishin's roasted chicken leg, onion, and egg stir fry. Muksang likes to eat a Chinese diet which includes a lot of vegetables, and one method to use less oil is using the air fryer, and it's also better for her. And Li Shen is someone who is very enthusiastic about her job. She's still willing to help the church members to navigate the healthcare system, and having good health is important to her.
现在我们介绍的是丽珊和木香2位阿姨的这个制作的这个视频。他们丽珊和木香2位阿姨都是我们教会的非常活跃的积极的支持者。木香阿姨也支持了我们社区很多的这个就是健康方面的活动，他也都参与了很多。所以我们现在就要开始介绍他们所制作的这个，就是说叫做烤鸡腿，还有就是跟那个洋葱还有炒鸡蛋的这个菜的做法。
And I want to see she great cooking.
大水，我介绍盐和糖，把它腌一腌，腌完以后呢，用蚝油蘸一蘸蚝油，一个烤箱里头，这个就是这个放在这里，这个蚝油都加好了，糖和盐也加好了，然后我再加洋葱，我再把洋葱撒上去。然后我就可以把它放进去，然后我把这个电源插上，20分钟，已经开始工作了，已经开始做。在一点为在这个等待这个火的时间，我开始做我的一个菜。我做的是洋葱炒鸡蛋，在这个疫情当中，我还多放了一点蒜。这个蒜呢，我就最后再放上去，因为太熟的蒜对于这个人的健康啊。不算太好，所以我呢在这个蒜呢，等到菜做到最后的时候，就放上一点这个红萝卜、 洋葱、姜、蒜以及一点碎肉，这几个东西。边呢鸡蛋稍微多倒一点。准备好了工作，这样地铁的现在又重新切胡萝卜了。对，我放加。洋葱炒蛋。现在我这个洋葱和鸡蛋已经做好了，谢谢。你讲的这个鸡腿已经烤好了，烤好了。啊，鸡腿烤好了。鸡蛋腿。
Okay, so that concludes our programming for today. I wanted to thank all of our youth artists, all of our senior participants, and all of our guests today for joining us, as well as the City of Toronto for their funding and help for Transform TO.
这就是我们今天看完了所有那些年轻的志愿者和我们老年的志愿者在这个我们活动中的这个贡献，他们花了很多的精力，感谢大家能够参与这么好的社区活动。今天就是最后我们就是来庆祝我们这个成功的举办了这个活动，谢谢大家。
We are so proud of our work today, and in the interest of time, we'll wrap things up really quickly, and we'll let you all know later when you can access this recording, as well as our digital pamphlet as well.
我们现在就是结束了我们这个整个的活动，我们这个刚才的那个整个过程我们都有录像，所以如果有谁不能参加这个活动，我们还会把这个录像放到网站上，大家也都可以来再看啊，或者参与这个活动。
So thank you all. Take care.
谢谢每个人对这个社区活动的参与，感谢大家。
也感谢领导，
拜拜。
感谢那个社区给我们组织时间老人活动，真的谢谢，很好。
Thank you.